Only God can make God. So if you feel like a devil, hold on tight, cause you don't have to die to hit the 7th level. The quality of life possessor, feeling better, drain, Freddy Krueger, tripping, flipping up. All my people sleep. All my people sleep.
Who are you?
I go by Equinox, and I also go by King Solstice. I also go by Shadefoot, but we're not gonna talk about that right now.
My next question is, how did you come up with those
I
names?
wound up setting on the name Equinox, which perfectly fit for me because the name by itself, for me, represents two things. It represents the light in the midst of all the darkness, but it also represents the battle between light and darkness within myself. So then I wound up adding the second X on there, capitalized in brackets, because the X is the unknown variable in math. So that represents everything about myself that I'm not familiar with that is still a mystery to me. And if you know what the brackets are when it comes to the orders of operation, PEMDAS basically has the same function as parentheses, it just supersedes it. But basically to show that the things that I'm not familiar with about myself are still a problem that has yet to be solved.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
What projects are you working on right now?
Oh, well, I'm working on at least 5 different ones right now. 2 of them are personal ones that I'm really spearheading myself, which one would be Quotes and Notes, and then Winter Solstice, aka The Breakdown. I'm also working on a song with a friend of mine from LA, Padre. Shout out to Padre. I'm working with Lame Nation on an album as well, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be Indie High 2 with Toby Diligent and LG Dupree, and of course the Conscious Crew material that we're working on now. So quite a bit.
Okay. What does conscious mean to you?
Aware, internally and externally. I mean, it's a very broad statement, but to me, it just means aware internally and externally on what's going on, the reality of what's going on, as well as maybe some illusions that you might be affected by as well, depending on what your situation is.
Your top 5 artists right now that you listen to.
Right now, I gotta go with the greatest of all time in my mind. I don't care what nobody else has to say about it. Busta Rhymes is one of the best to ever do it. I don't care what nobody has to say, dead or alive. Of course, I've got to give credit to people like Andre 3000. Got to give credit to people like Slim Shady and some Eminem of his history. I have to give some credit to people like DOS FX. A lot of people don't mention them, but I really liked them growing up. And just to get, I mean, these are just like kind of off the top of my head, not necessarily my top 5, but just mentionables. And then let's see, who else would be another one? I have to say that I have to give some credit to Drake. I know a lot of people do give him a lot of flack, but as far as influence, he's influenced me greatly as well.
If you had to compare yourself to another artist, who would it be?
I have to compare myself with 2 artists. I'd be like a cross between J. Cole and Tory Lanez in my mind.
How is working with the Conscious Crew?
Working with the Conscious Crew has been fun. One of the things that I like about Conscious Crew is they're not just about talk, they're about action, and you can see that in their productivity. It's always engaged in the community. They're always having events. They're always out here doing things, as you can see right now. And so I like that is how they know how to take an idea and bring it into fruition as opposed to just keep it as an idea, as some people do.
If you could change one thing about the Des Moines music scene, what would it be?
The crab in the barrel mentality, and the fact that the younger generation don't have the connection with the old heads that they should. Me coming up into the community, I dealt and admired people like EXO, 152, Asfake, Kadima, CG. You know, all these people really helped form me and give me my values and morals when it came to how I wanted to be as an MC. And if they had been the way that I've seen a lot of the other people be, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. But I know a lot of people have been affected, as have I, by other people.
Okay. What is one thing that you would like your listeners and the people that are watching this interview to know about you?
In my music, I'm always fighting to express the truth and how I see it. And the non-objective truth is what I'm trying to get to. And so in every song, even the ones that sound like, am I allowed to cuss moderately a little bit? Okay, we won't. I'm just saying no. The ones that sound like a bunch of mess always have a message in them. I catch that. But I'm never not saying something in my music. And so if you want to get to know me, or if you want to get to know what I know, all of my messages are put in my music, because I feel like those are the modern day Negro spirituals in my mind.
B-boy stand.
Your man's not hot, but I'm gonna take my jacket off. Okay, my name is Knox, but my government name is Timothy. Before I started stressing and split into separate entities, we won't talk about that, let's just talk about what I'm here for. We'll start off on the days when the TV channel played Fillmore. Peaceful days we seem so crazy, we would fall off the bed. Nowadays so much has changed, you think it's all in your head. Back then, our toys got taken, not each other's mates. Before we ate, we prayed and weren't allowed to leave the table with unfinished plates. We grew up, screwed up, yearned for new stuff, went our separate ways. If you ain't have no moolah, you got shoes without a cent away. Now, people don't seem legit. Parents don't give a shit. These schools are cheap and got teachers that just don't seem equipped. Let's keep an eye on your family and watch the team we with, cause now it's blood and water that seem to be on some sneaky shit. Hard and alone I fell, calling but no one helped. People keep trying to teach me God but still don't know they self. I feel like me but not myself, and I have no one else. But just because I'm heartless don't mean I got a soul to sell. What's going on? We've all been steering the wrong directions, walking through life but villains feeling the laws are present. Live for the moment knowing we can be gone in a second, knowing that something's coming. One, and we are the protection. We are the children of the final hour, posted on portraits with torches, hype screaming fight the power. Feeling the pain since the days that we were on teeter tops. A movement coming out your speaker box. It's the Equinox.
Hey, let's go.
Make
some noise, come on.
Okay. Shit is feeling different lately. I ain't been inspired. Friends are splitting faces. Don't osmosis make you tired? I've been busy getting what I can within the hour, but they trying to test my heart. They thought this lion was a coward. Cause half of y'all ain't got no smarts with hard valves. Cluttered clothes don't mean that I'm the type of dog that follows where they go. You can call me Oz, my minion. Better ain't no fraud, my minion. I be making magic. Don't confuse me as your God, my minion. I'm just bringing flames to comfort, vision through the dark. So many try to claim they prophets, but ain't trying to build no ark. If you started from the bottom, be as humble when you're down, because we all resemble stars. It's just the brightest is the sun. I've been seeing sheep and goats with cows, it's hard to spot them. Snakes who spit that venom turn to eagles when they flocking. Giants unaware of just how loud they're really talking. And the fish that's out of sea don't see there's something in the water. The air is barren, full of funk, and not the way we like it. No, the people change their style every time they change their life. The streets are dressed in red while all this people lust for green. The girl whose body shows a mock by all the ones who fuck for free. Only God can make God, so if you feel like a devil, hold on tight, cause you don't have to die to hit the 7th level. The quality of life is less appealing than a dream. Freddy Krueger tripping, flipping now, cause all my people sleep. Said all my people sleep.
Make some noise for Equinox.
Said all my people sleep. Grandma used to tell me you the man of the house, boy. Mama kicked me out, but I've always been on the outside. Padres made amends, but memories give me a hard time. Young ones need my guidance, but I spiral on and off mine. Wait a minute, who's gonna get my family off the block if it's not me? Take a second, make a plan. When I'm ready, ain't no family finna stop me. I already know that they won't understand my plan, but when all of this is over, I know all them gonna be saying you the man of the house. Woo! Grandma was the one that taught me you the man of the house. The women never really saw me as the man of the house. Gee. But as long as my father got me, I couldn't give a fuck who you brought to stop me. Lotus blooms twice, learned that from Rockley. I'm the man of the house. 20s, 100s, 50s, baby. They only here to feed my babies, right? Or not, I don't care, but ain't writing with no bitches here. Pick sides, switch sides, but all my life, I swear that the clan gon' rise again. I promise, Granny. Don't you know, I got it? Don't you know, I got it? Don't you know, I got it? Talking to the man of the house, the man of the house. Man of the house, you looking at the man of the house, man of the house. What? Man of the house, you dealing with the man of the house, man of the house. Man of the house, you chilling with the man of the house, man of the house. What? Man of the house, you looking at the man of the house, the man of the bounce.
The Equinox.
Thank you. Thank you. New dance moves coming soon. Shout out to Rebel City.
Rebel City.
I won't stop until Tempest Muse do a song with Skrillex. And Breezy Lou get on 2 and 2 with his woman with him. And Dynamite is giving deals to Nike for the new edition. Until Tez on the beat, on the street, on the weed become Tez on everything. Tez with every name. Bobby Whalen from the bando. Peeking over different shades on them. Blame Ops get a separate mention. Pretty sure they 11 hours shots of fame on them. D-Wo's bringing all the shame on them. And blessed to anything we're praying for him. As far as the king, I mean, I'm just trying to hop on stage and hit the sway on him.
Sway, sway, sway,
Sway on him.
sway.
Sway.
Equinox. Let's go.
Okay, enough with the drizzy talk. I go by the name of Equinox. I don't give a damn about a deal, cause he don't like to deal with shit that he be on. I don't look for no handouts and don't need none of your sympathy. You deal with me, you either get in sync or you can get the step, and if you feel the need. Last year I caught a lot of heck, lost my will with a lot of stress. Now I'm out of people finding out that I'm the nicest out, and that was not my best. Took a trip, then I took a trip with the intent to chill and let it circumvent. He make his living digging dirt on me, I will make sure he don't ever work again. I ain't like the others. I ain't out here trying to play around, I'm hanging right beside my brothers and trying to level up the ones that hang around. Taking options just to weigh them out, and I ain't taking nothing that's gonna weigh me down. Take my cut and equally divide with bodies, I ain't have to make them stay around. I can act like I ain't hungry, cause there were times where I ain't eat. Feel like I've been laying down with dogs, like I ain't showered in a week. I'm lying, like my father's name is Lucius. Tully got my name from him. And we'll go in on any fool who act like they ain't never heard of him. My name is Equinox, also known as King Solstice, also known as Shadefoot, also known as your best next door neighbor. I made that one up.
All right.
Appreciate everybody.
Conscious crew.
I'm out. Find me on SoundCloud. Find me on Facebook under King Solstice. Find me on Apple Music.
Word.
Find me on Google Play.
Okay.
You can find me anywhere. I promise you.
Do that.
Look me up.
Let's go.
I'm the man of the house. 20 times 50, baby. They only here to feed my baby, right? Or not, I don't care, but ain't writing when the bitches here. Pick sides, switch sides, but all my life, I swear that the clan gon' rise again. I promise, Granny. Don't you know I got it? Don't you know I got it? Don't you know I got it? Talking to the man of the house, the man of the house, man of the house. You dealing with the man of the house, man of the house, man of the house. You looking at the man